Hey guys, hope we're doing good. I wanted to refresh on a dream that I was given almost a year ago. And it had to do with this great rescue plan that I was shown in the dream that angels had the names of people written on their left hands. And in this dream, I had the overwhelming feeling that the Most High had, our loving Father in heaven, has a plan in place that is more than what we can even imagine. It is meaning He knows the beginning and the end, and through that sees every move that the evil one will make. And because of this, He knows exactly what's going on, not only in the world, but with you. He has shared with me so many times that He hears the cries of His children. He knows His children are mourning and crying out right now. He knows that creation is groaning. And because He knew where the world would be, He put in place I just call it a great rescue plan. He doesn't want to see anyone lost for eternity, meaning your soul. He didn't create your soul and send it into this world for it to be destroyed. That's why from the beginning He planned to send His Son to save all of mankind. And I've shared tough messages in the past, and I've done that because out of love. And the Father chastens His children out of love. A good father, if you're a good father, you're not going to let your children just be deviants, running around rambunctious, sowing all kinds of wickedness into creation without you chastening them. You know, the other day I was talking to my son, and he had stepped out of line in a way. And it was just the threat of me punishing him was enough. So when people talk about being scratched out of the Lamb's Book of Life and being cast into outer darkness, do you understand how important that threat, the realization that that is a potential outcome, that is what keeps the children of the Most High from just completely driving and turning all of creation into complete chaos. It's that threat. And He will chasten the ones He loves. For me, when I was out of line, not having a living, breathing relationship with Him daily, He would rebuke me. He would, I would be praying for months and months and not hear a single thing. Nothing. And then I hear Him. Then he would speak to me. And the whole time leading up to hearing Him, whether it was in showing me things in numbers or a dream or whatever, the ways that He communicates with His children, when I would finally hear Him, I would think, wow, in my human fleshly manner, I would think that took forever. And you know what the Father would say? He would say, I'm not in a hurry. He's not. He wants to make sure that everyone is saved. And if it takes you 30 years to hear from Him one time, it's worth it. It is worth it. One thing that always really hit me strongly is, if you go back to some of the ancient writings, things that are not in the book of Genesis, that you have to be careful with. Anything that I take into consideration, if it does not prophesy about the coming of the Messiah, I throw it out. But there's a particular text that talks about Adam after he fell. And he's crying out to the Lord, beating his chest, Lord, forgive me, forgive me. And the Lord tells him, I cannot bring you into paradise right now. And He allows Adam to be chastened. And it was 5,500 years before he came back, died on the cross in the flesh, and took all of Adam's righteous descendants back into paradise. 5,500 years. I've been on earth 4 decades. Well, plus a few years. But we have to understand our journey, every little step adds up. And that the Father sees everything, all the steps that you take. He has made it very clear to me that he will suffer me here on earth for as long as it takes until I break out of my stubborn ways so that my soul is with him for eternity. Meaning, when we're going through trials and tribulations, we have to understand that all of that the Father allows so that we are not lost for eternity. And